It is that time. We're getting the tank wet today. What's up guys, JC here with the Salty Cherry Reefing channel, coming back at you with another video today, one that I am particularly excited about. We are getting water here in this tank, and I'm going to just kind of walk you through that process that I went through. My goal with the Aquascape was to have something that was a little bit more simplistic. I feel like in the past, because I've had such small tanks, I've tried to jam as much rock in there as possible, just to put more things on it, whether that be coral, and just try to do too much, I think, sometimes. And so, I'm going with a little bit more minimalistic approach this time, and ultimately my goal is to have kind of like a 2-island look, and you'll kind of see as I go through here. They didn't take me too many tries with the rock. I mean, there was 3 big pillars that I was working with that have the bottom already cut, so it's flat bottom, which is really nice to be able to work with, especially when you're putting your rocks directly onto the glass. It makes it a lot easier, a lot more stable, if you have some rocks that are like that. So to give you a little bit of a summary, if you haven't caught some of the previous videos, I got this tank, pretty much everything for it, including the rock, from a tank breakdown from a local reefer. Bought the whole system from them, but basically put all the rock in a vat, scrubbed it down, cleaned it up, and it's been sitting in there probably for about 2 months now. And I'm just getting this thing rocking and rolling now, and then getting water in it and whatnot. So I just recently got an RO unit, got it pumping out some RO water, got some salt, mixed it, and then basically did 100% water change. Used just a little bit of the water I was using for the rock, but I already have done, I think now 2 separate 100% water changes for that rock, just to really eliminate any of that algae that was on it from the previous tank, and get any of those nitrates, phosphates that are in the water column still out of the tank. So you haven't seen that, I kind of show you in a previous video. I can link right here if you want to go back and see how I cleaned that rock. But ultimately with today's video, we're getting rock in the water, or excuse me, rock in the tank, as well as we're going to be putting sand in here as well. My previous tank was a bare bottom tank. And I did really enjoy it, and I liked it, and I liked how much flow you could deliver. But there's just something about having a tank with sand, and how it looks, and something that I'm particularly attracted to. So I decided to go with sand. I'm using the Carib Sea special grade sand, a little bit larger sand particles, so that way I can still try and deliver as much flow as possible without creating any kind of a dust storm or whatnot, because I do plan on having a mixed reef. I do love my acros, my SPS, so I'm gonna do the best with what I can with that. So as I mentioned, wanting to do more of a minimalist look when it came to the Aquascape, kind of a 2-island look with some sand bed there. I wanted to make sure that the rocks weren't too far forward, and there was some sand bed in the front of the tank that could be utilized and could be looked at from a viewing purpose. And I also wanted this side to be up a little bit higher than the other side, because I want to be able to look all the way through the tank from that side and see all the rockscape and coral all the way down when viewing it from this far into the tank. And my goal is to hopefully just keep the 1 power head here on this side, and then 2, potentially a 3rd on the back, and try and keep that pane over there free from any kind of power heads and cords as well, just to try and keep the viewing the best it possibly can be. We'll see how it works. I plan on doing a video on all the equipment on this system and the tank that I'm running. Some of you, if you've seen the equipment cleanup, when I go about cleaning up the equipment with citric acid, you probably have a little bit of an idea already what I'll be running on this tank. But I plan on kind of going into more details with that, and kind of showing off a little bit more of those the equipment and the cords and cable management and everything like that as well. So definitely stay tuned for that video here to come. I made sure to do that, and then added sand afterwards. And then I had the filter mat that I am running for this tank, basically running while I did the sand, so that way it could clear. I turned off all the power heads, while I was delivering it, turned off the return pump, and then basically just put all the sand in there, let it settle for a little bit, turned on the return pump so that way it could kind of start to cycle water. I had it passing through the roller mat so that way it could start to collect that debris and get it out of the tank. In between that and the skimmer that I had on there, which the skimmer didn't really pull too much. I mean, it pulled probably about this much, you know, gunk, and it was just a tan color. Like, it was definitely like a sandy soot looking color out of the tank. And then you know, between the two things, the tank was basically the next morning pretty much crystal clear when it came to the look. I also have a little bit of activated carbon running as well, just to help with some of those impurities and whatnot that could be in the water column, and have that right at the bottom of that reef, the roller mat. And so that's pretty much all I've got going on it right now. I have the lights turned down to like 20%, so they're really not doing too much. I'm just trying to basically get the tank ready and prepared. Got the clownfish in it the next day. I tested for ammonia and nitrite just to make sure I didn't have any spikes when I added that live sand to the tank, and I read 0 there. And so because the tank was all clean and clear, I put the fish in, and they've been doing good now for a handful of days. So it's been cool just to see the tank alive a little bit now, have some fish in there. My next plan is to get a little bit of a cleanup crew, and then get hopefully a couple tanks here, a few weeks from now. As long as the tanks, continue to progress, that'll be kind of the game plan, and I'm going to continue to keep you guys updated as we go on that journey. When we get cleanup crew, new fish added, corals, that kind of stuff as we go. Like I mentioned, I'm gonna have a video more on the equipment that I am using here on this tank, so you guys can kind of see what's running it, what's behind the scenes, and go from there with it all. But overall, I'm really pumped to get this thing going. It's been something that I've been excited about now for a few months, and just to finally see water in it and everything has been exciting. It kind of got delayed a little bit when I reassembled all the plumbing. I was having a little bit of a leak in one of the pipes. It was actually the return pump pipe. Plumbing was having a little bit of leak at one of the joints, and so I used basically some PVC tape on some of those different joints, and it ended up actually fixing it and becoming, being the solution that works for me with that. So I did some water tests with just some regular water prior to getting it filled up, made sure we were good to go, and then got this thing probably a week later, after getting that all patched and fixed away, filled up with water. So definitely excited just for what's to come. If you've subscribed, been watching the videos, I really appreciate it. It's been huge. It's something that me and my family are excited about, just getting more into this hobby and back into it like I have been in the past, and just being able to kind of share that experience through here with you guys and bring you along the way. And like I said, in my previous videos, I'd love to learn from you guys as much as hopefully you guys can take ideas and things away from this that can help you with your reef tank, and we can kind of go and grow in this hobby together. So if you stuck with me this long, like I said, appreciate it. Definitely hit that like and subscribe button if this is something that you'd enjoy, and you're wanting more content. If you have any video recommendations or things that you guys are looking for, as far as like from a video standpoint, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'll definitely get back to whoever leaves a message. But I appreciate you guys for hanging around, and I'll catch you next time.